Welcome back, guys. You saw in the last video we finished painting those, but we have not untaped them. We were heating them up, making sure they all look good. We will untape them now so that we can get them ready to go. What we need to do this video, I gotta find it somewhere. We have our bolt that needs to go on that side, and we really need to put the DS2 back on here because we are taking this back to, but we're gonna take this over to Marvin and have him take a look at the AC while we are gone in Colorado for a few days. He's gonna take a look at it. He's going to go through it and let me know if it just needs a recharge, does it have a leak, you know, does something else need to be replaced, and we can really dig into the AC if we have to. But yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna jack it up, replace that bolt on that side, adjust the coilovers because we want 3 fingers out of the coilovers. So we're gonna drop that down and then see what that gets us for the front. So let's get this thing jacked up and the wheel off on the other side. Okay guys, we got our new bolt in and nut, and we adjusted our suspension a little bit to bring it down. So let's see how this wheel fits now that we adjusted the suspension and adjusted the coilover. Hopefully it's a little bit better. So no, we adjusted it, but it didn't look like it did anything. But it could also need to be driven to kind of settle down, but we'll see. Jump to the other side. Okay, well this side adjusted so much easier than the other side. So I must have been doing something wrong on the other side. And how we're judging this, I put a socket, and that's our size. We're going to jump to the other side and adjust that one too after we get done here, because I assume that I did something wrong on the other side. Because this adjusted super easy, so need to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, well this side's adjusting just as easy as the other side, so we're gonna get this one set to the right height and see where that gets us. Okay, so we have our suspension adjusted to the same size as the other. Get our wheel back on, get this back down on the ground, and let's see where we're at. I'm sweating like a pig out here right now. It's so hot, and it's night. It's 10 o'clock. So let's get this wheel on and see how it sits. Well, that looks a lot better. That has some nice, way less gap. That looks good. That is sitting nice. Now we need to adjust the back, but the front is there. Awesome, guys. Well, that is it for me for tonight. You'll see more of the rear when we get back from Colorado, but no video this week as we're headed to Colorado, so you'll see when we come back. But we have an update on the E36. Okay guys, well, last video, or the first part of the video, we did the front. We are now doing the rear. So guys, we need to adjust the rear to bring the coilovers up and remove some of the spring. So we're gonna remove the perch and a few other little things. So let's drop our shock and I'll show you what we got. So what we have, I don't know if you can see it or not. So we removed this whole apparatus. So the spring perch, the adjuster, and the collar, and we removed the rubber. So right now all we have in is our top spring perch and our spring. That allowed us to get our shock pulled up about the distance that we needed to get the wheel, I think, where we want it. So we now need to do the same thing to the other side. Then we can put the wheel back on, and then we can see where this sits and if this sits exactly how we want it. Okay, we got our bottom bolt off our coilover, so we need to crank this up. Cranking this up makes it go lower. So we are cranking this all the way up. I think this will bottom out here in a second. Yeah, so it bottoms out right there. I just don't know why all this is threaded if it bottoms out right there. That just makes no sense. But now that we have that, we're gonna drop this down. Boom. And then we'll take the spring out and take all our stuff off. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this out. Okay, got our spring out. So let's take our adjuster and our rubber, and then we're gonna put our spring back in and shove this thing back in. Hang on. Okay, that's back in. Let's jack it up and put the shock back on. Okay, got the shock back on. We just need to put the tires back on and get this thing back down on the ground so we can see what it looks like, and hopefully that's enough, because I think that's as low as we can go on this car. It actually is. So if this isn't it, I don't know what to do. Okay, well, we got that wheel back installed. So before, oh, that's much better. Before we had 3 fingers to the tire, now we're tucked up under there. So this actually might be too low now. But let's get this one on and get it back down the ground. Well guys, I'm gonna let you know that worked perfectly. So that sits just where I want it for the rear, just where I want it for the front. This thing is great, guys. So thanks for watching this video. Turned out that we were able to get the rear done. We're gonna drive it around, kind of settle it in, but that's looking perfect, guys. So like, comment, subscribe. Next video is the alternator. We need to get that alternator swapped out so we can get that battery issue fixed, and then we can rip on this car. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next video.